Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. The rain in Spain falls mainly in plains. The ants in France stay mainly in your pants. Guten Morgen. Ohio. Konnichiwa. Okay, apparently, yeah. Was as does. I guess we got sound then. Wonderful. Hey, good morning. My name is Wayne McDonell. I'm the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com and ECN that allows you to trade not just Forex, but also things like energies and metals and stock indices from all around the world. You want the Nikkei? We got the Nikkei. But also binary options, which I like to use for either hedging or for scalping. Welcome to your daily Forex trading strategy session hosted by FX Street today. Happy Friday. It's Friday, July 10th, 2015. So what I'd like to cover today is some technical analysis and some fundamental analysis and answer any questions that you have about trading. How's that sound? Yeah. So it must be summer. It's a Friday morning. There's only 50 people in the webinar, which is pretty thin. So I guess I'd like to thank you for being part of the hardcore group that likes to trade Fridays during the summer. like that's so inconvenient for people. Huh? Hi, I'd like to be a millionaire, but I don't really want to work Fridays. Actually, I would say we've been blessed with fairly good price action and trading conditions this summer versus last summer had the least amount of volatility in the history of foreign exchange trading. And it's been all right. So we have to be thankful for that. It gives us trading opportunities. It's kind of hard to make money if the market's not moving, right? So good, nice. Things to be thankful for. All right, so here we are, Euro USD, and a trend that's as clear as mud. Okay, now that was fine, and we got overextended. So that's kind of where we are now. It's we've made a couple we made our double bottom. We've made our higher low. We've made another higher low, but after a lower high. So we're just consolidating. So just be careful of that, right? So if I back out a little bit, the trend is still down, but it's not down now. And we haven't made a 382. We certainly could. But that doesn't look like a great opportunity to make a ton of money. Not to me. How about to you? The red and green are pivot points. I believe weekly pivot points. Well, Joseph, stay the hell out. Or if you're going to sell it high. If you're going to buy it low. Okay. Just make sure you're truly keen on what you're doing and not just throwing down some trades to keep busy, you know. So I think we can deal with Euro USD later. How about that? We'll come back to that one. How about yen? You like the yen? Yeah, USD yen, nice little move here overnight. Still, oops. Did I just mess that up? I totally just messed that up. I clicked that button instead of the bar. Shoot. That's not that bad, actually. It just moved everything. It moved everything except gold. All right, so I'll tell you what. I'll just reverse everything. It's going to mess me up for a while, but all right. Commodities on top. So going back to the yen, what I wanted to show you is it's still in the context of a downtrend. Can you see the blue line channel? So it's moving up in the context of a downtrend, which is fine. As long as you understand that. So here we are. In here, if it's going to go down again, it better do it fairly soon. Let me clear out some of these lines, and then we can also look at this from a different chart. Hang on, this is an old. Okay. Okay, got it? Burning it in your brain? I wouldn't be bullish here, and it might be a little early to be bearish in the context of what it has been doing in the recent past. Be interesting if it's spiked up to the weekly central pivot point, up into here, and I would be forced to look for a reversal. Just like what Timbo said. Yeah, I agree with you, Timmy. So I'm just taking like quick glances, and then we can come back and take closer looks. Okay? Now, how about the pig? Yeah, pig's been moving, right? Or I mean the beast. Okay. Let's look at it on this chart. Big moves today, huh? So what is that, 300 or 400 pips? Well, 100, 225 plus 275. Oh my gosh. What a trading day. Did anybody pick up? Did anyone pick any of that up? Yeah, a couple people said yes. Did anyone pick up 200 pips or more? I mean, it moved, what is that? 500 pips, right? Today. I mean, this is today. Good job, Marina. That's right, Samir, as well. Wow, only 90, huh? For shame. For shame. Oh, well. Yeah, it's an interesting spot now, right? So let's back this out. Okay, and I'm just kind of like eyeballing where to mark. Okay, and obviously this is an old pivot point. It's not old actually; it's this week's. But what I'm looking at is the previous hardcore support. We're we're even through that again, so it's a big move. We're back through 190. I think I would want to mark this area here as well. Could be interesting, huh? It is elevated on the hourly. One might suggest buying it off of this area, or fibbing that zone as well. Okay, so you're at about a 50% retracement. Zoom in a little closer. It's amazing how much pips it is, huh? There's a midpoint psych level in there as well, right around the 786. So we'll have to pay attention to that. It's in a buy zone if you're going to be an aggressive bull. All right, let's take a look at all the yens. I tried to fire up my drawing tool. I always forget there's something in this WebEx software that messes up my other software. And now it, because of that, trying to run in the background, and it's slowing down my MT4. Nice. So if it's a little slow, I apologize. Okay, CAD yen still heading down. Kiwi yen trying to turn up. Oh, wait. No wonder. Who would put that on a 1 minute? There we go. That's looking better. You know what? Let's put everybody on an hour. Let's do that. Let's clean these up. So we've been in a risk off mode for a while. Commodities coming off. There's been concerns of geopolitical concerns with Saudi Arabia attacking Yemen today. And when that happens, generally you get a short-term commodity strengthening period. But I wouldn't expect that to last. Okay, next level of support obviously is in here. All right. So we got a nice big move off of a bottom. If you think this is going to continue its way up, come on, Euro. Then you identify some support and you simply wait for it to retrace. Where would you like to buy this? Simple question, right? I think this would be an interesting zone. And I think this would be moderately interesting. So I would have another way of doing it, let's say, is like this. Wait for a nice little retracement. That's why, this down here, like a little bit more like a 50% is what I would prefer if I was going to be a bull. Okay. And again, it's bottom, 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 higher, high. So now I have to look for the higher low. Or I'd be selling it right off that monthly central. One or the other, right? Now, I typically don't sell a higher high, right? How about yourself? Anybody here like selling higher highs? Do you have sound, maybe? Hello? There we go. Yeah. No, we've had this problem for about 3 weeks now. The WebEx software is just incredibly slow for me. So I'll ask you a question, and all of a sudden, like 30 or 40 seconds later, boom, 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 20 people answer in the chat. So I don't know why it's so slow. Come on, WebEx. Okay. Am I still here? All right, good. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that. Like I said, you're either selling it right now because you're super aggressive bear, or you're waiting for a retracement to buy it. That's all. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. I think Kiwi would be more interesting, though, wouldn't it? It's typically too early in the season for a proper for a proper carry trade, but crazier things have happened. My experience tells me, and of course, past performance does not predict future results, but what I'd like to see out of this is in the next month, get a move like this. That's what I would like to see. Now, if you were a bear and want this to continue down for a while, that would be a great short right in here. If you were hell-bent on selling it, that's not a bad place at all. Wouldn't that be a nice place, nice name for an island, huh? I own a private island. It's called Not a Bad Place at All. Right? So anyways, right? How about the key to success? So a bear sell off the weekly central, which is approximately a 3A2. And a bull would still want it to fall so that they can buy the dip. Which one are you guys? Now I back out because I want to show you the context of things. If it was going to reverse up, would the monthly support 1 pivot be important? Yeah. So that's why I find it interesting, but I'm not going to be the first one in this trade. But it looks like we got about 80 people in the webinar now. Well, a little better. It's a thin Friday. Well, thank you for committing, guys. It's really good to see you here on a summary Friday. I appreciate the effort that you make and the work that you're doing. Is anyone starting to find some success? Remember, I have a simple goal this year. I'd like to contribute at least 1,000 pips to your success this year. How are you doing? I've been spending a lot of time helping you work on patience and discipline, price action. Yeah, signs of improvement. Is that right, pal? Very good. Pal, what do you think it was mostly luck, or is there something specific that you think contributed to that success? Over 100 pips is awesome. That's good, DeBeesta. Very good. Anyone else have a mini success story? Oh, very good, pal. Timmy's got his best day ever. Right on, Timmy. Very good, guys. Well, let's reverse the conversation. By the way, congratulations, and a heartfelt congratulations. I know how difficult things are. Let's reverse the questioning here. Is anyone struggling with something specific? Marina is doing well trading those gaps. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but on Sunday, 15 minutes before the gaps, I did a live webinar specifically on how to trade gaps. Did anybody attend that? There's a video on youtube.com/c/tradersway. And so we traded it together. So the webinar started 15 minutes before the gap. And we were ready for the gap. And then when it did gap, I walked people through a patient and disciplined and focused way to trade it. And then by the end of the day, the 150 pip gap closed. And it did what it was supposed to do, and nobody freaked out, which I think was really cool. Well, I guess, Ryan, if you're on my cool kids list, I sent out an email. So, for example, if you're a client of tradersway.com. But the video's there if you want to watch it. Then I'm sorry, Ryan, that somehow I missed you. Let me get a link for you guys if you want. Where was it? Forex trading strategy, 150 pip gap. Forex market gap, no Greek vote. All right, here it is. Beep, 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 beep. I did, Demeter. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we'll need to talk, huh? Tim, that's true unless you click the thing the link right in the center of the email that says click here to join now. But either way would work. But anyways, I shouldn't have sent that out. I forgot it was a Friday. So anyways, so I think shorting now might be interesting if you can get a pattern. Okay. And then longing it later might be interesting as well. So you can see we can get a little closer to the weekly central. But really, I'm open-minded, you know, any kind of reversal pattern. But we haven't made a lower low. We haven't made a higher high. It just seems stalled out right now. So maybe when New York opens, maybe this sucker pops up, tickles the weekly central, and comes back down. What do you think? Everybody cool with that? No questions. Or is it lagging again? Probably lagging. See, like I ask a question, there's 87 people in the room now, and one person responds 15 or 20 seconds after I ask a question. That doesn't seem right. But anyways, okay. Yeah, let's go back to the beast. Okay, so we got our tickle. Came down a little lower. Beautiful 50% still. I'm not sure if it's easily seen, but yeah, this is not easily seen. Well, let me just change the color then. Make it a nice thistle color, whatever that is. That's the most ideal buy zone. The most ideal is buying it off of this old resistance. But there's a pivot in there as well. And what kind of trade would you like to make on this? So you could do, let's say, bring this over. How about a 33 pip stop, which is nothing on the beast, and a 99 pip limit? How does that make you feel emotionally? Tico would short, huh? Well, then you should, you'd probably want it higher than where it is now, unless you're just going to play the psych level. Okay. It's a nice little bull zone. Notice how it just beautifully held up here right at the 50%. Let's see if that's enough. It's not much room on a beast, but I would consider that it's almost a scalp because the ranges are so high. Look, it's 100 pips just to get back to the top. So let's do this differently then. Let's do modify. I'm not going to even be able to do the math here. It's You almost want to make it a 5150, right? Where are we? 8950. I think did I not do that right, or is it on the seven? It's right on the 786, huh? All right, so I made a small adjustment. It's a 50 pip stop, 150 pip limit. I think, right? In at 00, 190. So 191.50. That's where the error is, I see. Well, you know, I'll just eyeball it. La 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 la. All right. And so on a beast, that's a scalp. And remember, if you can't afford a 50 pip stop on a pound yen, uh, you're either over leveraged or you shouldn't be trading pound yen. How long does it take to lose 50 pips on the pound yen, guys? Well, I've done it in less than an hour. It's usually more than 3 seconds. Yeah. So that's why it's called the beast. Yeah, you certainly 15 minutes is enough, right, Igor? Okay. So I just want to make sure because there's a lot of people following. What's going on with the trade? How about that? Let me try to use the WebEx drawing tool in all its glory. You can start annotating now. Great. Thank you, WebEx. All right. Oops. It made a high, higher low, then it made a high, higher low, made a high, higher low. Of course, it's the exact same color. Come on, WebEx. Okay, let's try this again. High, higher low, high. So the brilliance of my trade is to look for a higher low once again. So that's all. Oscillator as a kicker is reasonable. Okay. Same thing like when did it turn up, right? When did it turn up? So that's all. And in fact, I would even like my stop to be a little under here, but I don't feel like losing more than 50 pips. I can always try again, right? So there's the brilliance of the trade. Can you explain the difference between my 835 and well, where it comes from, Tico, is I want the oscillator to tell me something specific. So a lot of people look at technical indicators as I don't know some magic hocus pocus where they say, oh well, the stochastic told me to do this or the MACD told me to do that. They don't understand actually what the math is doing. So I changed my settings because that's mathematically what I want to see. Now I'm using the stochastics to discern overbought and oversold conditions for price. But what price? Right? Well, I identify price action with my 5A cross. Okay? So I'm studying, when I'm just looking at price, I'm looking at the difference between the 5 and the 8 moving averages, right? So I'm looking at this area here, and guess what my stochastics is measuring? The 5 and the 8. That's why I don't want to measure the 5 and the 3. I'm not looking at the 5 and the 3. Why would I care about that, right? It's like MACD. What's the standard setting on the MACD? It's like 12.89 or something, or 13.89, or I haven't even looked at a regular MACD in 1,000 years. 12.26.9. Thank you, Joseph. Now, who cares about a 12.26.9? Is anyone using the 12 and the 26 EMA? How many people use a combination of the 12 EMA and the 26 EMA? How many? How many? Come on, guys. Who uses a 12 EMA and a 26 EMA? Then why would you use your MACD to tell you whether the 12 and the 26 are converging or diverging? Because that's all it's telling you. Is the 12 EMA moving closer to the 26 EMA or moving away from the 26 EMA? That's the only thing it's telling you. So why are you using your MACD on those stupid settings that Gerald Appel used in 1973 when they were drawing charts by hand? Well, I don't know, Wayne. That's just how it comes. Well, you need to understand. You know what? You know what? Here we are again. Here we go again. Oh, how do you? Oh, if I only knew. If I only knew. Do 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 do. How do you turn that off? Why am I singing to myself? You can annotate. I want to not annotate. Arrow pointer. Say. How about turn off? How about go away? There we go. All right. Since we're on YouTube, anyways, I edited down an on-the-fly MACD lesson that I did, I don't know, 6 months ago. And then I just edited this down from a one and a half hour webinar to an 18-minute overview of MACD. Okay? And it's similar to the stochastics. You should understand what the math is doing so that you can tweak the oscillators to tell you what you want it to tell you. DeBeasta says, how did Gerald Appel come up with those particular moving averages? I don't know. I don't know. I guess he likes the 1226. Oh, I just sent a link, and I guess it went privately to host. Hang on. To all participants. Sorry. Oh, Igor, I'm just throwing down a small trade just for eye candy so we have something to look at. I would rather catch this at a 618, but I don't know. It's just a trade. It's like I don't have any personal love for any given trade. So it's just like, you know, it made a 50% on a retracement with a Stokes kicker. Let's give it a shot. But Igor, I just explained that. Let me do it again. Why did I buy it, guys? Okay, why did I buy it? Because this made a high, presumably that was a high, and presumably that's a higher low. Then it made a higher high, then it made a higher low, then it made a higher high, then it made a higher low, then it made a higher high, then it made a higher low, then it made a higher high, then it made a higher low, then it made a higher high. I bought a higher low because I think it might make a higher high. And if it doesn't, then we're probably going to stop and reverse. But it hasn't stopped and reversed, so I'm not going to guess that it's going to stop and reverse. Oh, Igor, because, all right. So you guys are having fun, right? So you want precise entries. Here's the way I look at it. I have 98 people in the room, and we need something to look at. So am I trying to pick the exact bottom? No, who cares? If it's going to go up, I bought a 50% retracement. Okay, I waited a little longer. All right, well, I mean, with the webinar, I'm a lot slower than making decisions on my own, right? Because I have to look at things and explain things, and let's have a heart-to-heart, and let's have a group hug. Certainly not high-frequency trading, right? I mean, look at WebEx. Certainly not zero latency. If 25 people type in an answer at the same time, it lags the system for 30 seconds, right? It's clearly not zero latency trading here. So I have a choice, right? Sit here and say, see, we could have bought this, and some people heckle me, ooh, right? Or I'll throw down a small trade after 50% retracement. Yeah, I would have liked it to come down more. But if it's going to go up, it's going to go up. And that 50 pip stop should be good enough. If not, I might actually buy it down there after it does bounce, which would probably just be the next Stoke cycle. So I'll try it again. But that's the thing. That's why you don't want to be over leveraged. So if it doesn't go up now, I might try one more time. But if it makes a low lower than this low, right? If it does this, I'm no longer bullish. That's all. So whether it comes down 50% or 618 or, I don't care. Because by the time you sit and wait for it to maybe come back down to the 618, I'm already in 3 other trades. All right, so Igor says, oh, well, it could double top and reverse. Yeah, but I would still be 50 pips profitable. So who cares? Like I said, Igor, I'll jam my stop, and I'll be in 3 other trades by then. Who cares? Oh, well, it might go up. But here's the other thing, and you also have to, it's part of the training, right? It's part of the training and the mindset of a trader. If I thought it was going to double top, if I was worried about it double topping in the slightest, I wouldn't have bought it. I'm a bull. It's going to make a higher high. So there's also sort of a difference between, our psychology of the trading of a trade. If I'm a bull, see, I'm not in between on my opinion. Oh, well, I kind of want it to do this and it might do that. I don't think that way. My trading brain after 10 years of doing this 8 or 9 or 10 or 12 hours a day. Look, let's put it this way. My entire family, my wife and children, are on vacation at the beach. I stay home so I can trade. This is what I do, man. I love what I do. I don't take days off. I don't take vacations. I trade when I'm sick. On a sick day, I trade. Right? So, here's the sum of that. Good, bad, and the ugly. If I buy it, it's going up. Do you understand that? Maybe it's because I bought it, it's going up. I went golfing. First time I took an afternoon off, I went golfing the other day. The New York Stock Exchange shut down because I wasn't there. No joke. First time I took an afternoon off in maybe a year, Stock Exchange went down. So maybe it's because I'm that big of a trader. I doubt it, but it's funny that it happened. But my mindset, my psychological mindset is if I bought it, I'm a bull. And if I'm a bull, it's going to make a higher high. If I didn't think it was going to make a higher high, I wouldn't be a bull. You understand? So like you say, well, it could go up and make a double top. Well, I'll already have my stop at break even. I'll already be on 3 other trades. I don't care. I have no emotional attachment. I have no risk. I'm going to make money or I'll be surprised. Oh, shoot. Stupid beast came back. Well, that wouldn't be the first time. But that's why I'm in 3 other profitable trades by the time we're biting our fingernails at the double top. Right? So that's sort of the psychology of the trade, right? If I'm a bull, it's going to make a higher high. That's it. And if I'm not certain it's going to make a higher high, then why did I buy it? Now, how about this? If we were kicking off the 20 or off the 55, I would tell you I think it's going to double top. Right? So my mindset changes. If the 55's in control, yeah, then it'll double top and my behavior will change. Yeah, trading indecision, yeah, I suppose, yeah. Oh, what did, yeah, I didn't set it up properly, but like, for example, um, let me remove this. What I could have done is this. Just want to be sure it's out of the market. What? It's still there. Cancel stop loss. Is the EA still running? Why does it put it back? All right. Well, it's not something I typically do. Okay. All right. I'll just close the trade and do another one. All right. All right. The EA, and you could do this manually. It's just if you're trading a lot, I don't know. So anyway, so what I can do with the EA is I could set it up and I can load different profiles. So let's do a swing trade, right? Let's do a swing trade, a 50 pip stop, 150 pip limit. Okay? Got it? So I can actually save this now to bring it up whenever I want. And we will wait. Is it slow? Is it slow? There we go. All right. So this PC doesn't have it set up, so I'll set one up, right? I'll call it a swing trade. Okay. And then I can do 50, 150, and I'll remember. Okay. Swing trade 50, 150. Cool. Well, of course, you would need to install the EA. There's thousands of EAs like this. There's nothing special about this one. Apparently, I bought this from fxautomated.com. I have no idea who that is. All right, but I'm sure I paid money for it. So anyway, so I got that EA in the background now, okay? So I'm a busy guy, right? I'm a busy guy, and I'm like, I want a swing trade. And let me see if I can get some of these lines out of here just to make it easy. Oops, killed the wrong line. Boy, see? Coaching slows a trader down. All right, so I think you can see that a little bit better, or even, you know what? Let's clear this even more. How about that? All right, so let's say I want to throw in a swing trade, 50 pip stop, 150 pip limit. Oh, you don't know what an EA is? Holy smokes, eh? Well, you need to do some research on MT4. That's like saying, I'm trying to teach you how to drive and you don't know what a car is. I'm like, whoop. Which is all right. At least now you have a known unknown. It's the unknown unknown that's difficult, right? So do some research on MT4. Lots of videos on an MT4. So anyways, let me show you the EA. It's like a bot, like a robot, if some people like to call it. Expert advisor is probably the worst name ever created. But anyways, so let's say I want to buy this now, and I want the stop to be 150, or the stop to be 50 pips, the limit to be 150 pips, and for it to calculate everything automatically, drop it. Now, if the stop is hit, it takes me out of the trade and the limit is canceled so that I don't accidentally leave an order in the market. If the limit is hit, I'm taken out for profit, but then the stop is canceled. So that's called an OCO, one cancels other. You might have seen me on Bloomberg television talking about OCOs. They were fascinated by the by the concept. But anyways, so let's try it. Ready? So I click buy. Well, we're running out of 5-minute Stokes actually. Where are we on the 15? Yeah, I wouldn't mind buying it a little lower. See here, I think it's going to do this, to be honest with you. Right? But I think we already had that on the other setup. But let's go back to the lesson here. Okay, so I want to buy it. I want a 50 pip stop. I want a 150 pip limit. I want it to be an OCO. And I don't want to think about it. Right? So I go boom. Enter. Did I mess that up again? That doesn't look right, does it? Did it not load the right one? It didn't load the right one. That's a 2550 OCO, isn't it? Well, anyways, I don't know why it didn't load the right one. So it had my default one set in there. Yeah, the fact that it works. Yeah, I want to spend time with it. So for some reason, it threw down my default setting, 2550 OCO. It should have been a 5100, 150, but I think you get it. Right, I loaded. Right, I did it on the old template, and then I changed it to make it more visible and screwed the whole thing up. But right, everybody's got it though, right? Now, I always use stops. But yeah, Mark's right. When I switched templates, it switched the EA. So hopefully I didn't just confuse everybody. An EA, Igor, and again, I'm not going to cover this because you're asking me like what is air, what is sky. Um, you know, you could do a little research on your own, but it's a small program that fits in the MetaTrader platform that allows you to customize it. So you can have an EA for a million different reasons. So one reason people really like MT4 is that out of the million traders that use MT4, no one's got the same MT4. Every single one of them is customized like a 50s hot rod. Okay? So that is not EA. That is an example of one EA that puts down a predetermined stop and limit OCO combination. But you can have an EA do all kinds of things. Right? Yeah. And that's what I said. Now you know the unknown, and now you can do some research, and you might fall in love with MT4. So like one of the things I've talked about in the past, when I first started trading Forex, there was nothing out there except scumbags and scam artists. And so I decided, well, I'll teach myself how to trade, and I'll do so kind of like by like writing a textbook on Forex was kind of my idea. So I wrote down all the things I knew I wanted to know more about. And as I did the research, because I would like write it down, right? I'd actually write about the things that I wanted to know about. So I would do all the research and I would actually write myself a lesson. So let's say stochastics. What I know people use stochastics. I want to know more about stochastics. So I'd research it and I would master stochastics. But along the way, then I find out, well, there's stochastics, but there's RSI. Some people use MACD, but they're kind of different and kind of similar. Well, how are they similar? How are they different? Why? And then ADX, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm doing this research, and as I do more research, I find other things I don't know about. So I'd write that and I put it on the list. So like I'm researching stochastics, but I bump into RSI. Well, what's RSI? And how is a relative strength indicator different from relative strength? And, oh, well, let's write that down. So on and so forth. And pretty soon you got this unbelievably long laundry list of all the things that you didn't even know you didn't know. And to me, I was fascinated by that. I'd be excited. Well, what the heck is an EA? And millions of people know this and I don't? Well, sign me up. I'm going to master that. Okay? So don't feel like I'm beating you down like a dirty dog. I get excited about finding out things that I have an opportunity to learn more about. But that's my personality. But you can get an EA to do anything, guys. There's a million different ways to use an EA. So anyways, I'm going to move a stop here and make it 75 pips. 74.8 pips. Let it go, let it go. And make it 200, I guess. It's about there, right? Okay. All right, it's a 75, 200, whatever. Next. There's my trade in all its glory. Well, you know, it's a little on the high side, so we'll do a 2-to-1 win risk-reward ratio. So let's bump it up to, or drop it down to, there you go, 150. So it's a 75, 150, 2-to-1 risk-reward. Cool. Next. Now, I think it's pretty late in the day to expect this to go up another couple of hundred pips, but whatever. Okay. It's just I'm just showing you how to enter a trade. Okay. I'm not saying that's a good trade. I'm not saying you should be in the trade. I'm not even saying it's anything. Just showing you how to enter a trade. Okay. I think this on a higher time frame is much more likely. I'm not even looking at that channel, so let me get rid of that. If I may, no, it won't let me. There you go. But the way I eyeball things is I'm gonna eyeball this is what I'm looking at. Okay. I think that is much more likely to happen. Okay. I'm just showing you simple that it's going up and you're better to buy it. All right. Next, I think we did a lot of yens. Oil. Anybody trade oil? Well, Igor, I don't care. What am I going to lose there? $100 or something? I just don't care. Oops. Bo 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 boo 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 boo. No. I know what's going on. It's a blank template. Nobody trades oil? You like a WTI? Many years ago, I was studying for the Series 3 course. And I met a kid that was just hired by a firm. And they're like, take the Series 3. They threw the book at him, but he was already working like 15-hour days. And they're like, yeah, go take the Series 3. By the way, it's not an easy, not an easy test. But I asked him, like, what do you trade? And then he said, anything. We'll trade anything. It was basically what he said. Anything, when there's someone else on the other side of the trade, we'll take it. We'll trade anything. We don't care. You're like, what do you mean? Like, and he's just anything. We'll take the other side of anything. So you like WTI? Yeah, sure. We'll take it. I thought that was funny. Just anything. Everything, anything, doesn't matter. We'll take it. Well, obviously, if you're working for a large, institution, they'll take it. Well, diversification, and most people are wrong most of the time. Like, why do people write options? Somebody writes options, right? Out of the money option, in the money option. Somebody's writing them. And all they're doing is betting that you're wrong. No, I don't mean buying an option. Okay, so you can buy a put, you can buy a call. When you buy a put or a call, you're betting. I hate the word betting, but I'm just using that vernacular for options, right? You'll make money if the market goes up or down, depending on whether you bought the right kind of option. One option suggests the market will go up when you buy it, but you can also buy an option that makes money when the market goes down. But who's selling them? If you're buying them, somebody's selling them, which means somebody's writing the options. And you can also sell an option for the market to go up. You can sell an option for the market to go down. But somebody's selling these to you. Option strategies get very complicated very fast. That's why I like binaries. Pretty simple. But you're essentially writing something and you want someone to take, right? So like a typical thing is a stock's trading at $92 and you're like, who wants an option at 105? Who wants an option at 102? Who wants to buy an option at 100? Who wants to buy an option at 92? Who wants to buy an option at 88? You're writing all these options. Hey, you want it at 88? Fine. You want it at 102? Fine. You can write these options, cost you nothing. You don't even have to own the stock. You can just sell these options, just make a whole career selling people worthless options. Somebody might buy it from you. In the vast majority of the time, they expire worthless. Yeah, so I'll take an example. ABC stock. It's trading at $92 right now, Wyatt. Would you like an option at 102 bucks? Cost you $25 to buy it from me. All right. Now, of course, option for what? Doesn't matter. But I could just sell it to you. I don't own the stock. I'll be liable for it because we're under a contractual agreement. Or how about this? It's at 92. Do you want? I'll sell it to you for 82. If it goes down there, right? But you got to pay me money up front. That's it. That's why people do it. But anyways, I don't want to get into that. But someone will always take the other side. It seems like there's always some idiot that will buy your option. So, man, I'm exhausted. What a week, huh? Yeah, I'm totally exhausted. Just fried, man. Just fried. I guess that's why they call it Friday, right? Yeah, so sorry I ran out of steam. I apologize. It's 8:45 in the morning. I think I'll take a nap. By the way, I don't know if you've been watching this USD CAD trade that we've been doing for months. It came up, hit our target, and stopped. I just love it. So I'm going to go take a nap and maybe a bubble bath, go get a massage, get a shave and a haircut, go pamper myself, make myself pretty for you guys for next week. So anyways, I'm glad to hear that some people are finding some success, and I hope others have been inspired to fight for it. Cigar sounds pretty nice. Maybe I'll smoke a cigar while taking a bubble bath. right? Do it Scarface style. So anyways, peace on earth, may the pips be with you, may your profits be above average. And again, I apologize that I think I had A minus game today. Just totally tired, worn out, worn thin, but I gave you all I had anyways. I liked you. Too funny. So thank you to FX Street. And, you know, thank you to Traders Way. And I'll be around Monday if you want to help planning out the week, getting some new trades on. You can look for some swings if you want. Yeah, just open up a demo account at least. Go to tradersway.com, open up a demo account, and you're on my team. Cheers. And I'm always looking for successful traders. I'm building a team of traders, a closed community of traders, and everyone will be trading at least 50,000, but later on $100,000. There are some monthly fees and stuff involved, but I'll provide the money. You pay the monthly fees, and I'll provide up to 100,000. It's actually euros, so you'll end up having about 17,000 euros. But I got some monthly costs and stuff like that, so I need that covered. So there's some monthly fees. It's always a fee for something, but I have to pay for. I have things to pay for. But if you're interested, swing on by. So like I said, by the end of the year, I'd like, let's say about 25 traders that can bring in 100 pips a week or more. I provide up to $100,000 real money. We split the profits 50-50. Yeah, it's a couple of grand down and like $500 a month, but after that, you keep 50% of all the profits. You're trading a standard lot, so if you don't turn a $2,000 or $3,000 a month profit, I think we'll all be disappointed. Yeah, we're done. So thank you guys. Um, so take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Cheers.